Okay, Raven fans, can you tell your players or tell Cincinnati to just give up this game so I can watch the Broncos play? I mean, I'm missing like the first quarter of the Broncos game because of this overtime that Ravens are probably going to end up winning. I mean, come on, guys. Let's go.
Everything involved in swatting the ball down.
Whee! Right to him. Awesome.
To know what James Ahenebo was thinking. It must have just been an instinctive reaction.
Raven fans, you like showing that play over and over again against the Broncos last year? Well, how about this?
If he just lets that ball travel on down,
Let's look at this again, just like Curtis likes to say. Oh, that was easy. Easy catch. I could see that happening a mile away.
Right to AJ Green.
Oh, Super Bowl defending champions. Man, I hope you lose.
That is not how you practice.
That is hilarious. Hey everyone, we're just chilling with I'm just chilling with the dog here. I just wanted to talk about the Broncos game. The Broncos played the Chargers today. The game was somewhat sloppy for sure. The secondary needed work, definitely. They were giving up too big of plays. I mean, I know it's Antonio Gates, who is one of the best tight ends to maybe ever play the game, you know. He's still going strong, you know, just like Tony Gonzalez. I mean, besides Tony Gonzalez and Shannon Sharp, Antonio Gates has to be among there with the top. So he was definitely tough. Eddie Royal, I knew was going to be a factor in some part of the game. I knew Danny Woodhead was going to be a part of the game. The Chargers made it tough for us to win this game. And Manti Te'o was doing something for sure. So and we had some. We weren't looking the greatest, and I know a lot of people are like, "Oh well, we're under 30 points this game compared to the average of 42 points a game or whatever." Hey, a win is a win. I don't, most years we're barely, we're getting like maybe the low 20-point margins, or getting low 20 points per game, and I'm okay with a high 20s, almost 30 points a game. I'd be down with that. I think that was what it was last year, was about around 30, 31 points per game last year for the Broncos. So I'm okay with that as long as we're winning games, So would I like to see, 42 points every game? Yeah, but I'm living in reality and not a dream world, To me, at one point, a dream was Wes Welker coming to the Broncos. Well, luckily that came to reality. But then we also, what's kind of crazy is some of the fans want this player or that player, like we can just make it happen like it's nothing. When you got to be realistic. There's sometimes where I'm shocked that we get this player or that player, but we can't just get them on a dime. We can't. So. That's how I feel about that. So, but the game, Trenton Holiday didn't really do anything. He almost coughed up the ball once. That could have, at the very end, he could have. I knew something was going to go possibly wrong, for us. But it's okay. I knew the game wasn't going to be all smooth sailing. Of course, it's the San Diego Chargers. They've given us problems for the longest time, even though we won last year, we're still down 24-0. So yeah, they're going to they're giving us problems. It's never going to be a total blowout against them most of the time. So I remember those years. I don't know if it was like 2007 or something like that, or earlier than that, when we used to get blown out when LT was with them, and thankfully with LT gone, their team pretty much has downgraded, we'll just say. So, but the game, Demaryius Thomas did a great job today making the catches. At one point, there wasn't many wide receivers getting the ball. You know, they didn't catch barely anything, and Julius Thomas was the only playmaker with the 74-yard catch, touchdown reception, and who made a lot of yards after the catch. And then, so he had like 2 catches for like 92 yards, which is crazy for a tight end. The guy is a monster. He has been to me, he's been the guy this year on the offense, and that's saying a whole lot considering all the wide receivers we have. Demaryius Thomas did play a great game today in the second half, which I think he was better than Julius Thomas, just for the plays he's done, like the screen passes and all that. He's elusive and can get through that way. So he's sometimes it seems like he's unstoppable, but he did awesome today. The secondary definitely needs work again. Big plays to Antonio Gates and Eddie Royal. We need to work on that. I could see that strip coming for Peyton Manning, the fumble for the Chargers, and that sack to him. That sucks seeing him get hurt at the very end. But eventually Brock Osweiler will be taken over, so I was surprised Peyton Manning was still playing after he got taken down. So... but at least it's a divisional win. I'm glad we went to the Chargers, beat them. But we have the big game next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. I haven't seen really any Kansas City Chief typers or trolls on my channel yet, but we'll see. They might be coming out this week. Who knows? But personally, I don't understand how Kansas City will be able to. I don't see Kansas City winning. I think the way they can win, the only way they can win, is turnovers from Peyton Manning for pick sixes for them to keep up with us. I think that's the one way they can win. And they use Jamal Charles like every single time. So they're going to be doing a lot of dump passes to Jamal Charles, maybe McCluster, and that's about it. Mainly just Charles. Charles does about everything for their team, and Alex Smith might do a couple QB sneaks on the side. Dwayne Bowe might have a catch or two, and that's about it. I haven't seen much for their wide receivers that I know of. I think that their tight ends all right, but it's just their running game mainly, just like last year. But suppose their defense is stout. Their defense is something I'm definitely wondering about how we're going to rack up against them. I mean, I'm sorry, but I think our offense will be able to take down that defense regardless of who it is. So, I mean, with Peyton Manning, we played against the Steelers. We've played against the Ravens. For when you're talking defenses, I mean, how much more better can you get with, Terrell Suggs and then Elvis Dumervil and still rocking it, So I think we've played some pretty decent defenses. So we're gonna have to hold. I think Phillip Rivers is definitely a better quarterback than Alex Smith is. And then when I was watching a couple weeks ago, it said that the Kansas City Chiefs only had Alex Smith had his first passing touchdown in 122 passing attempts. The time in between, it was 122 passing attempts. So I don't see them racking up that many points against us to even have a chance, or not much of a chance. So that's how I feel. Hopefully, doesn't turn out to be like the Dallas Cowboys epic football game like I thought. I didn't think it was gonna happen, but it should be something else. And coming to Denver, it's gonna be. I think we're gonna definitely have the advantage, regardless if we have one loss and they have 0. So they've been playing against weak teams like Cleveland Browns, Buffalo Bills, and many others. So don't and and what's funny about it is those teams, the Buffalo Bills and Cleveland Browns, they've had decent chances at beating them. They barely got past Dallas by 1 point. So it's just like Notre Dame. Just like Notre Dame a couple of years ago, or last year or whatever, with the national championship game. When it comes down to the nitty-gritty elite teams, I think they're a fluke. I think they're not gonna be the creme de la creme at the very end. So, but I don't see them winning no Super Bowl this year. So that's my input. See you guys later. Maha salute. Go Broncos, Mile High Horsemen. We ride together. We die together. We never give up. Later.